Scorpio rising this March looks like creativity and romance are definitely arriving, but you have to make sure that things aren't too good to be true and that what's actually happening is what you want to happen. So if you're excited to dive into what exactly March holds for you and your rising sign, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you are always up to date with what the stars have in store for you. Hi, I'm Maren. I am a professional astrologer, author, and I combine ancient Hellenistic techniques with modern psychological techniques to give you some grounded guidance. This video is brought to you by our very own Modern Magic membership community, which is an amazing community of astrology enthusiasts who are all interested in learning, discussing, and growing together, with tons of exclusive perks like early access to content, exclusive secret content, live calls with me for every new and full moon, and more. So if you're interested in seeing how that starts out at just $7.77 a month, everything will be linked below. So beginning of March, we have Saturn in your Aquarius 4th house, squaring Uranus in your Taurus 7th house. And I have full videos on Saturn in Aquarius and also Saturn and Jupiter, the great conjunction in Aquarius. But this is indicating some challenge, some growth, some frustration, and some dedication to growing up in your 4th house of home, family, or property, and that being at odds with a rebellious or erratic relationship. So you might be wanting to settle down, you might be really wanting to please your parents or buy a home, and your partner is going crazy or acting erratically. On the 10th through the 11th, we then have the Sun joining Neptune in your Pisces 5th house, which is when this starts, this dreamy, idealistic, role model, achieving, trying to get this ideal person romantically, or a creative project is made very clear. Could also be kids, could also be you're suddenly I'm gonna have kids, this is beautiful if that applies to you. On the 13th through the 14th, when Venus conjoins Neptune in Pisces, that definitely looks like when there is some definite good news and good fortune coming your way around the 5th house of children, creativity, or romance. Big time dreamy energy. If you're looking to get pregnant, amazing, because the new moon on the 13th is a new beginning in your 5th house. So yeah, fertility, but that can be creative as well. If you're not trying to get pregnant, then that doesn't apply to you, but it's a good time for fertility in general. Creative fertility, romance, incredibly dreamy, idealistic energy in the house of fun and sex and creativity. On the 20th, we have Mars in your Gemini 8th house, trining Saturn in your Aquarius 4th house. So some pretty aggressive investments or some pretty aggressive dealing with financial debts or loans is allowing you to make the progress with your home environment that you're looking for. So it could be that you're aggressively paying off a mortgage, or you are buying a home, so you're taking out pretty aggressive leverage, but it's in your best interest. So definitely going after something financially to help you in your home family environment. On the 23rd through the 29th, the Sun will conjoin Venus in Pisces, which is really, really beautiful, coming to light what is valuable and what you want to keep to yourself to grow for the long term with this creative or romantic environment. It's absolutely lovely. And then on the 28th, there's a different energy of a full moon in your Libra 12th house, a high point, a letting go, a chapter ending in your 12th house of hidden habits, self-destructive habits, spiritual practices, isolation. Could be the ending of a certain habit that you're I'm ready to get honest about this. It could also be a time where your spiritual practices really abound and you're celebrating having meditated for this long or whatnot. It's a really beautiful period. On the 30th, Mercury is then conjoining Neptune in your Pisces 5th house. So look for too good to be true news, or someone speaking on something that feels very dreamy and idealistic in your romantic or creative space. It's great news, but make sure that there's some follow through as well. If you have any questions or anything you want to share coming up for you, let me know down below in a comment. I would love to see how this is resonating and playing out for you. So now for a tarot card for Scorpio rising. The Chariot reverse. This is funny. The Chariot reverse deals with not being at home or not being in the environment that feels correct or protected. So there's a lot of property and investment indicators. So it could be that you're literally moving, or you're in a new dynamic of I need to get out of these people or this family situation. You're realizing that you're not safe or not stable where you are, and so you're creating a new home, a new chariot to carry yourself. Work Your Light Oracle deck card for Scorpio rising. Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. So this card represents our guidance coming from a higher source, and that if we need guidance, that we can find guidance. So the full moon at the end of the month in your 12th house of that internal world makes a lot of sense with this, that you could be going after some more internal guidance and you're Jesus, take the wheel. I don't have the plan. We're gonna give it up to the universe. If you would like to join us in the Modern Magic membership community, we would love to have you join for all the exclusive content, the group, the community, and all of the early access to my offerings that you do get with that. So if you're interested in joining the community and learning astrology, living astrology with us all, check that out below. In the meantime, like, subscribe, do all the things. It really helps out in the algorithm, so I appreciate it as always. Take care as we enter March and play out the spring of 2021, and I will see you in the next one.
Yeah. You must be blinded by the lights. We came to shine here. Watch it look daytime in the night.